You are most welcome to another exciting review of Winning with People by John C Maxwell. Right, yesterday we talked about the foxhole principle, and that tells us that it is very, very important to be there for people in their tough times and to also be that friend that is dependable, just like we want other people to be dependable as well. So tonight we are looking at the gardening principle, which says that all relationships need cultivation. And we're looking at this principle with respect to this question, this investment question that says, are we willing to invest in others? Are we willing to invest in others? No man can live happily who regards himself alone, who turns everything to his own to his own advantage, who must live, you must live for others if you wish to live for yourself, says Seneca. You must live for others if you wish to live for yourself. If you live for yourself alone, then you are not living a fulfilling life. You're not living an impactful life. We have already talked about so many things that help us to cultivate relationship, that help us to be good, that help us to be there for other people, like the readiness question that says, are we ready for relationships? Yes, you may be ready for relationship, so you pass that. Then the connection question that says, are we willing to focus on others? Yes, maybe you pass that as well. Then trust, which says, can we build mutual trust? You pass that as well. But all of these are not enough. It does not stop here. There is one thing, one important part of relationships that you miss, and that is investing in other people. Some people may be asking, why should I invest in somebody? Why is it so important? Why would anyone take the time and energy to invest in other people? To discover the answer, think about this. You may build a beautiful house, but eventually it will crumble. You may develop a fine career, but one day it will be over. You may save a great sum of money, but you can't take it with you when you die. You may be in superb health today, but in time, it will decline. You may take pride in your accomplishments, but someone will surpass you. That is the truth. You may be the most beautiful, you may be the most hardworking, you may be, the expert's expert. But there is somebody somewhere who would overtake all of that. But there is one thing that never fades, even when you depart this sinful world. It is the investment that you make in other people. Have you ever attended a burial and people are giving testimonies, or maybe at a service of songs, and they're saying, oh, this person did this for me. Oh, I remember when I needed school fees. This woman was there for me. I remember when my family was struggling. This man was there for me. Those are the testimonies that will make people remember you, even when you are gone. I once read in The Purpose-Driven Life, when the author, what's his name again? Can I locate the book on my shelf from here? Rick Warren, I think, yeah. When Rick Warren said that when people are dying, as in when they're on their dying beds, he has never seen anybody who would say, oh, yes, thank you, Rick Warren. He has never seen anybody who would say, oh, bring me my certificate for the last time. Oh, bring me my car for the last time. Let me see it. Oh, let me look at my house for the last time. Oh, all the books and the beautiful clothes and shoes that I got. Let me look at them for the last time. He has never seen anybody who said that on his or her dying bed. What he would usually hear from people is, oh, where is my daughter? Let me give her a hug for the last time. Where is my wife? Where is my son? And things like that. So it is investment in people. At the end of the day, it is people that people want to see. It is people that will bury you. It is people that will be there for you when you can no longer stand up from your bed. It is people that, will do things for you. That is why it is important to invest in people. You don't only buy clothes, attend schools, get all the degrees, and at the end of the day, nobody can say that you invested in him or her. It may not even be financial investment. It may just be motivational investment. It may be that you mentored the person. It may be that you served as a good role model. It may be that you offered words of encouragement. When somebody was crying, you were there. You made yourself a shoulder to lean on. Things like that. Right. So many people invest in different things, but these things are transitory. They are temporary. Relationships are like anything else. When it comes right down to it, is there anything else that really matters in this world compared to people? Nothing. Nothing else matters compared to people as far as this world is concerned, right? After God, it is people. So you need to ask yourself, what investment am I making in people? Am I cultivating people like I would cultivate a garden? And I was talking about a time when he went to, where John Maxwell is a leadership expert, is a renowned speaker and things like that. And he said sometimes when he goes to speak in some places, some young guys would come to him and say, oh, we really want to do what we love to do. We want to be like you. And then he would chuckle. We'll be like, you guys don't know anything. What you see today is an investment that I've been making in myself and in people for decades. I've been working behind the scene, even when nobody was paying me, when nobody was applauding me. I was passionate about teaching people. I was teaching in small groups. I was investing in people. I was building relationships. So what you see right now is not a work that started yesterday. It is work that started like 30 years ago. He would often tell them. So they see the bright lights and the big auditorium, but they don't see the decades I spent teaching small groups of people for the mere love of it because it didn't pay anything. Many of us want rewards, but we don't want to do anything for free. We don't want to sacrifice. We don't want to invest, right? I'm really happy with myself because content creation is really making me to invest in people, to pour myself into people. Sometimes I sleep very, very late. So what am I doing? I'm busy attending to people. People who have reached out to me, oh, doctor, I'm going through this issue. I have this challenge. Oh, I want to start this business. What is your advice? And for most of them, I don't collect anything. I just do it for the love of it. I just do it because I'm happy to help. Sometimes I even tell myself that if I continue this way, I will not have a life. So I even try to cut out so many. Sometimes when I open some messages, I'm like, no, I can't do this right now. Otherwise, I'm not going to sleep. I'm not going to sleep. I'm not going to have time for my own family. So I still find time to manage both. In spite of that, it's a lot. And at the end of the day, I'm happy that I'm helping the few people that I can help. I remember a young lady who reached out to me, last year. She poured out her challenges and everything. In fact, till date, she was the only person I gave my personal number. That I didn't give my business number. She was the only person from TikTok that I gave my personal number because then I was just starting out my business. So I wasn't really doing so much on the business line with regards to WhatsApp. So I was always missing our calls. So I decided to give her my personal number and then recommended a church to her. She lives far away. I told her, go to this church, go and pray this kind of prayer. I would encourage her, I would offer free counseling, I would do everything. But I'm happy today because she's a changed person. She wasn't the same depressed, suicidal person that came to me. And even at a point, I wasn't hearing from her. I was looking for her everywhere, like, oh, where is this lady? I sent her a message on TikTok. I reached out to her on phone, no response, only for her to come back a few months later that her phone, that she was robbed, her phone was taken. And then she said, oh, she didn't have a job. I told her, I still counseled her, go to so places, go and look for jobs. And a few days after, she came to me, thank you, doctor, I found a job. Right? So those are the things that will give you joy. When you're able to help other people. How much food do you want to eat? How many clothes do you want to wear? How many shoes do you want to wear per time? How many cars do you want to drive at once? But the investment that you make in people will travel around the world. Somebody will go to Canada. They will carry a part of you there. The little investments you made in them, they will carry it to Canada. So you may be in Nigeria, a part of you is in Canada. The wisdom you have shared with them. They will go to the UK, a part of you is in the UK. They will go to Dubai, a part of you is there. You go around the world, and it's a spiral effect. The investment that you made in them, they will also pay it forward. They will invest in other people, share what you shared with them, and things like that. That is how kindness travels around the world, right? Okay, so, oh my God. So, we're on the gardening principle, right? There's a story here of a guy. What's his name again? Album regretted that He did not cultivate enough relationship with his uncle before the uncle died, Uncle Eddie. And during the uncle's burial, you know, he was reading his eulogy. He broke down in tears out of sadness and regret that he had so many fantastic things to say about the uncle, but he did not say these things to his face before the uncle died. Right. So sometimes we admire people, we love what they do, but we never tell them. And so when they die at their funeral, when they can no longer hear us, then we pour out all these things. It makes little or no sense, right? It is of no use to the dead person. Give people their flowers when they are still alive. Cultivate relationships. We all have wonderful people in our lives, right? But it is not when they are gone that we now start saying all the nice things, kind things, beautiful things about them. So how does your garden grow? You cannot neglect a relationship and expect it to grow. You have to nurture it. All relationships are not the same. You're not going to give all relationships the same kind of energy and effort, of course. But there are some that you know that this one I have to nurture it. It depends on the purpose of that relationship, how you met the person, and the impact of the person in your life, the circumstances surrounding that relationship. So if you really want it to grow, you have to nurture it just like you would nurture your garden. You would cultivate your garden. If you don't, it is going to die. So every relationship is different, but it can fit into one of these three categories. Number one, some people come into our lives for a reason. I'm sure you have people like that. They just came for a reason, for a specific purpose. And once that purpose is accomplished, that is it. They fulfilled their tasks. Number two, some people come into our lives for a season. It is for a particular period of time. Those who come for a reason, they may come for a very short time, right? Those who come for a season, it may be from a few weeks, for a season, it may be for a few weeks or a few months or a few years, but it is just for a reason. It is not meant to last forever. I remember when I first got to South Africa, there was somebody that came into my life, and 2 years down the line, the person was no more in my life, but was able to fulfill his purpose, right? That was a seasonal relationship. So some people will come into your life based on some situations or circumstances, maybe at a time when you need help, at a time when you are in school, like your children's teachers or your teachers at school or your lecturers in the university, or your coaches, whoever. It is for a season, right? So there may be no need to keep to keep in touch with them forever. They've already accomplished their own purpose and they move on. But some people come into your life for a lifetime. For example, your spouse. Your spouse comes into your life for a lifetime. It is until death do you part. Some friends come into your life for a lifetime. I have very few friends who I've known for a long time, right? And up till now, we're still waxing strong. We may not speak every day, but we know that we're always there for each other or for one another, right? So this kind of relationship is ongoing. It is permanent, and you really have to nurture it. These people are few, they are special. If we want to keep them healthy and encourage them to grow, we must give them continual cultivation. Otherwise, they are likely to shrivel and die. Our closest friendships are most valuable to us. And like anything of value, they cost us something. So you really don't want to joke with this kind of relationships. You don't want to mess things up. You don't want to be selfish. You don't want to be short-sighted as to lose this kind of people. The most important relationship anybody has in the world is one with a spouse. There are so many funny things here about women and men. Go and read it. If you don't have this book, go and get it. I'm not going to go into that, but it's really, really funny. Right. And there are so many things about marriage, how you must cultivate your marriage and things like that, because your spouse is there for a lifetime. It is not a seasonal relationship. It is till death do you part. So these are ways to keep cultivating important relationships. Number one, commitment. Commitment. If you don't know the meaning of commitments, please check the dictionary. But it is staying true to a cause. Let me help you with that. Staying true to a cause. You are not out when the going is not good. You stick with the person, you stick by it. It could be commitment to a relationship, to a job, to whatever. Once it is commitment, you are sticking by it. You are sticking to it. When the going is good, you are there. When the going is not good, you are there. Right. Deep commitment to the relationship is one of the greatest assets a married couple can have, but it's also a characteristic of all deep relationships. What we obtain too cheaply, we esteem too little. It is dearness only that gives everything its value. When something is dear to your heart, you'll be committed to it. People who cheat on their spouses, it is because they don't value their relationships. They don't value their marriages enough. If you are committed to that person, you are not going to mess around with somebody else. You lack commitment if you are still messing around with other people when you are married or when you're in a serious relationship. Every long-lasting relationship suffers strains and setbacks, but commitment will make you stay there. Commitment will not allow you to just discard the person at the slightest disagreement. No. Commitment is strong. It is binding. Commitment is not easy, yes, but it is doable. That's why it is mentioned here that you're only committed to a few people. You are not committed to many people in life. That's the truth. But you are committed to a few people who are special, very, very special, like your spouse, just as we're saying. So it's not easy. That's why it is called commitment. It is not meant to be easy. It's not meant to be easy, right? Just like we're saying hard work is easy. That's why it is hard work. The same thing applies to commitment. If it is easy, then of course it's not commitment. It doesn't have any value. So when you are committed to your friendship, that friendship will last. Number 2, communication. This is very important. Communication is a skill, a soft skill that everybody must have. It goes beyond just speaking and listening and all of that. It is deeper than that. And your relationship cannot survive without proper communication. Many relationships fail, whether a marital relationship or any other kind of relationship, fail because people don't communicate. You have something in mind. The other person cannot read your mind. Say it out in the best way possible. There is also a way to say things. There is timing, the right time to say things, right? But communicate. Speak your mind in the best way possible. You can disagree, but you still be able to iron things out, right? There is a saying there that it is impossible to learn anything important about anyone until we get him or her to disagree with us. It is only in contradiction that character is disclosed. So when you have disagreed with somebody, you have argued back and forth, and you're still able to push the relationship forward, then kudos to you. That is when you know that, yes, this relationship has come to stay. Number 3 is friendship. If a man does not make new acquaintances as he advances through life, he will soon find himself left alone. Build friendships. Could be with your spouse. Some marriages fail because the husband and the wife are not friends. They're not friends. They don't even chat. They don't even gist. They don't have, quiet talks. They don't laugh. They don't play. Just like you will play with your friend. You have to cultivate that. Otherwise, you will be living in the same house, but you are not friends. The only thing that is binding some couples together is marriage, is the wedding ring that they are wearing. For some, is the children. No friendship at all. Should be able to play. Come on. If you are here and you are guilty of this, please go and make amends. Build friendship. Friendship. Right. Okay. Number 4, memories. Create beautiful memories. It helps you to cultivate the relationship. You will not be with everybody for life. So while you are still with them, take pictures, go out together, create beautiful memories. Even when you don't see them anymore, you can always go and check the pictures. You can watch the videos, the silly videos that you made together, the few places that you went to, just create memories with people, create memories with your children. They're not going to be there forever, but they will never forget the memories that you made with them. That's the truth. Some people don't have any memories of their children. Some children don't have memories of their parents. They're always too serious. Go to school, eat, go to bed, we'll scold you, we'll spank you. That's all. You don't take them out. You don't read with them. You know, create beautiful memories with your friends. We are not talking with respect to marriages alone, please. With your friends. Once in a while, take out time of your busy schedule. Oh, let's meet up somewhere. Oh, let's go to the cinema. Let's go to the beach this Easter. Things like that. Number 5, growth. Promise may get friends, but it is performance that keeps them. You must keep growing together with your friends. Be growing together. I was listening to somebody and he said that if he needs like 50 million naira today, he has a few people that he can call to say, oh, you give me 20 million, then give me 10 million, then give me. Do you think that if they did not grow together, we'll be able to do that? No. Many people want to reap where they have not sown. They want to start from up there. They just want to wake up and say, give me this, do me a favor. No, grow together with people. When during their low moments, be there for them. When they are up there, they will not forget you. Grow with your spouse, grow with your friends, grow with your co-workers, grow together, read together, do things together. Don't neglect people when they are still struggling. Grow together. Those are the people that will be there. Imagine those of us growing now. By the time we are 50, 60, right? We can look back and say, we've been together since 20 years ago, and then people will be envying us that, look at their club. I like their club. I like their clique. I like their group. Did you know that even in the days when things were not so rosy, we stuck by one another? That is the essence of friendship, of a sustainable relationship. Then number 6, the last but not the least, spoiling each other. Spoil your spouse, spoil your friends. You even have to spoil your children once in a while. The author says here that you can't go wrong spoiling anyone, except perhaps your children. And even that is hard not to do. There are times you still have to spoil your children. You give them what they want. You just have to find a way to balance it, right? But you can hardly go wrong with spoiling people. Imagine you spoiling your wife with gifts. You just come home, random gifts once in a while. You don't wait until they're celebrating their birthdays. So spoil people. It helps to cultivate relationships, right? Let your families and family members and friends know how much you care as often as you can. It could be random text messages. I love you. I'm thinking about you. What are you up to? I miss the days when we were together. Things like that. Send such messages to your friends. They will smile. Right. The friendships we develop with others enrich the quality of our lives. But we cannot sustain them if we don't cultivate them, just like we would cultivate a garden. That is why it is important for us to practice the gardening principle. Thank you so much for joining me on this review. Please don't forget to like this video, share your comments in the comment section below, and please subscribe to this channel in case you're yet subscribed. I remain Olaide Agbajoy, also known as First Lady, and on this channel, I inspire you to live intentionally. I'll come your way again tomorrow by God's grace as we review the 101% principle. It is going to be another interesting review. Until then, be intentional. Bye. You're welcome. You're welcome.